Statistics. The word might make you think of endless tables and graphs, right? But hold on, statistics is way cooler than that. It's like detective work, where we use data to uncover hidden stories. And you know what helps us decipher these stories? Probability. Think about it, we're surrounded by uncertainty in our daily lives. What are the chances of rain today? Will my favorite team win the game? We often use words like probably or likely without even realizing we're talking about probabilities. In essence, statistics is about making sense of a world full of randomness. And to do that effectively, we need to speak the language of probability. It's the key that unlocks the true power of data. Now, let's get a bit more specific. What exactly is probability? Simply put, it's the chance of something happening. It's a way to quantify uncertainty. Imagine flipping a coin. There's a 50% probability of getting heads and a 50% probability of getting tails. But here's the cool part. Probability lets us go beyond simple coin flips. It helps us understand more complex events like election results or the effectiveness of a new medical treatment. By analyzing patterns and trends in data, we can use probability to estimate the likelihood of different outcomes. This is where statistics comes in. It provides us with the tools and techniques to collect, analyze and interpret data, all while keeping probability at the forefront. Data is everywhere, but raw data alone doesn't tell us much. It's like listening to a conversation in a language you don't understand. To make sense of it, we need a translator. That's where probability distributions come in. Think of a probability distribution as a map of all possible outcomes and their likelihoods. For example, imagine we're studying the heights of students in a school. A probability distribution would show us the probability of a randomly selected student being a certain height. By visualizing data through these distributions, we start to see patterns emerge. We can identify what's typical, what's unusual, and even make predictions about future observations. Now let's talk about probability models. These are like the detectives in our data story. They help us understand the underlying processes that generate the data we observe. Imagine trying to predict voting patterns in an election. A probability model could consider factors like demographics, historical voting data, and even social media trends to estimate the probability of different outcomes. Of course, no model is perfect. The world is a messy place and there's always some degree of uncertainty. But by using probability models, we can make more informed decisions and predictions based on the best available evidence. This brings us to one of the most exciting aspects of statistics, prediction. By understanding the probability of different events, we can start to anticipate the future. Think about weather forecasting. Meteorologists use complex probability models to predict the likelihood of rain, snow, or sunshine. These models consider historical weather patterns, current atmospheric conditions, and other factors to make the most accurate predictions possible. The same principle applies in countless other fields. From predicting customer behavior in marketing to forecasting stock prices in finance, probability is the engine that drives predictive analytics.